Welcome back to our Blue Z Water channel. I just wanted to add on one separate video here that continues on the last video where we talk about helping to down-regulate the nervous system and our trauma release program. This is a critical piece in terms of the treatments I do, and this is a tool called the Pointer XL2, which is an electroacupuncture device. Now, as you notice, it comes with two tips. I actually use this more finer tip because acupuncture points are very precise. Now, what does this have to do with trauma? Well, if you study acupuncture and you look at the different meridians, let's take, for instance, the kidney meridian. It represents fear. So if you're feeling tremendous anxiety and fear and you're trying to release that fear, you can do talk therapy or whatever, try to talk yourself out of it. That sense of that fear is held deep, deep, deep within. And the memories that are driving that fear are essentially recorded through the acupuncture meridians. They're recorded, if you access the acupuncture meridians, you are going to start to literally uncork very deep buried memory. So when you integrate the electroacupuncture with other bodywork practices that we have here in our trauma release, it's an incredible synergy. So with clients, I'm going to do a combination. Let's say I might have them on a PMF mat to begin with, which hits every cell and puts the body in this harmonic field. I'm going to be doing rapid release therapy. Usually I warm all my clients up on the vibration machine to literally tremble in the body. I have clients that I teach trauma release exercises will do that while getting the treatment. And the unwinding or the release, let's say a very stubborn neck problems, happens much more gracefully and quickly. Obviously, if a client is doing proper breathing, that'll unwind the body. And I'm using the rapid release tool in all my sessions because the fascia is so incredibly gripped and very hard to release. Now, the electroacupuncture is something I've been doing for years and years. And essentially, the best way I can describe the electroacupuncture, and actually there's a blog here. We have a whole body vibration therapy and colon health, releasing the grip of death. This is the blog, Understanding the Relationship Between Data, Meridians, and Fascia. So what is data? Data is the subconscious memories streaming at a huge rate deep within. The meridians are what essentially are the gateway to the data, and when the data plays, it signals through the meridians, and then the fascia starts to grip and grab. So the fascia is literally being informed by the subconscious mind, and this is the conduit to the subconscious both ways. So when you learn, and you can learn this in an almost improvised manner, to hit these meridian points, you're going to start to literally get into the field of the subconscious. Now, this is something we usually don't talk about because you would consider this mainly a practitioner practice, but you can buy this tool, anyone can buy this tool, and you can experiment with learning to treat yourself. Now, this is kind of like music. If you can start to feel into the acupuncture points, it becomes almost like a natural improvisational practice. If you don't have that ability to do that, then you're going to have to do it more by the numbers, and there's a way to actually look up points and say, okay, I'm feeling sad, I'm going to hit some lung points. But even if you did it by the numbers and you learn to look up, let's say, okay, I'm feeling grief, I'm going to hit some lung points, and you're going to all of a sudden feel better, you're going to subconsciously start to realize, wow, this point changed my state of energy, and eventually you're going to remember that, and then the next time you go do it, you're going to have it's almost like an instinct to go there. So, you can go, you're going to have to take it slowly. You could look up points. There's something called cardinal points that you could look up, which are the main points. If you're lucky enough, you might start to hit points, and literally your body will tell you, it'll signal literally like almost the light lighting up, go here, it'll tell you where to go to the next point. It's almost like you'll sense into your body and you'll be led intuitively. I've been blessed with that gift. I just, the points to me light up like a Christmas tree. But you can start either way. The device will actually tell you when you're on an acupuncture point. It has an ability, it'll play a sound and has a meter here. So if you're not directly on the point, you're going to have an indication through the meter and the sound that you're not directly on a point. So that is really excellent. And I don't want to go into a great amount of technical information right now. I just want to let you know that acupuncture and the ability to do it on oneself is a way to tap in deep into your subconscious and start to release trauma memories. Now, this is not a standalone practice once again. This is part of the integration of the trauma release program. So just to be clear, my practice is very consistent every morning. I get on the vibration machine and I use the rapid release tool while I'm on the vibration machine to hit critical tension areas of my body. I particularly, first thing in the morning, hit all the organs, the kidneys, the lungs, the liver. Not only does that detox the organs and flush out my organs, it also helps with the emotional unwinding. Then I get on the Chi machine and I start using the Theracane. I actually have my PMF mat under there, far infrared PMF mat under that on my table. I turn that on and I literally do the rocking on the Chi machine, and as I hit points along my back, memories start to channel. Then, depending on the day, I will pull out the electroacupuncture device and do a lot of points around my head and some body points, depending on what comes up. But I definitely do a lot of points around the head and the brain. And the most subtlest of memories will start to emerge. So literally, I'm cleaning very deep held memories. This is all great self-body work practices. Now, you can easily do the vibration machine and the rapid release. You can easily rock on the Chi machine and start finding points along your spine and unwinding with the Theracane, and this will start to awaken you to the meridian body. Then if you do try the electroacupuncture, you can just see where you're at with it, and if you can come out here, we can try to teach you and guide you. Also, we can guide you through all these therapies. This is a lifetime practice. It saved my life. You can have the deepest trauma memories. And I've seen websites and things on Facebook where people discussing their traumas and they can never get out. And you can embrace the deepest of the deep. So this is incredible practice. And once again, if you're using a PMF mat at night to sleep on, that'll help downregulate your nervous system all night long and give you 8 hours of treatment while you're sleeping. So that's it. This is the core essential practice. Once again, vibration machine with rapid release, Chi machine with Theracane, and then back to this electroacupuncture device. So I know craniosacral therapy, polarity therapy, functionally that's really great on clients. Kind of hard to do on oneself. I do a little bit of that, but acupuncture has always been kind of the nuts and bolts, digging into some pretty heavy subconscious data. Acupuncture's been around for thousands of years. Incredible therapy. I also see an acupuncturist, but I do, who knows yourself better than yourself? So, great acupuncturist. I love the therapy. But in terms of this especially trauma work. If I'm in duress and I do self-acupuncture, I can oftentimes very quickly take myself out of state. Plus, from a health point of view, there are times where I remember times where I've had infections try to go into my lungs. I did some critical lung points, and it took the infection out of my lungs. So there are books on self electroacupuncture you can purchase. Worth experimenting. It's kind of like you want to learn how to play guitar. You might be a mediocre guitar player. You might be a phenomenal guitar player. You're never going to know until you try. And you can always get better step by step, and you can always find people to help you, such as myself. All right, appreciate it. And if you have any questions, once again, contact me, Andrew at Blue Sea Water. Thank you.